Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I think I have this set up where it takes a minute before I see your comments. I don't know why I did that. I was afraid to mess that up. I didn't want to mess anything up. Let me know if you can hear me, see me. Anyone? Put in a comment. Yeah, I can see you. I can't hear you. Greg, you messed up again. Oh yeah, Phil. Woohoo! All right. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's see how many people do I have in here. Two people? Is it just Andy and Phil? No, it's just one person. I don't know. I see people. That's weird. What is so I see like a people image and it goes from 0 to 1 to whatever. I don't know what that means. Anyway, happy new year everyone. Uh and Lisa. Hi Lisa. Hello. So welcome. There's nothing showing me how many people are in here. I don't know. There's this little people image. People sitting there going, what? This guy doesn't know anything. I don't. I'm not a YouTube expert. I'm not on YouTube to be a personality or anything like that. I just want to talk music. Just want to connect with people about music. Um, that's the gist of it. So that's why I'm on YouTube, into the music, and I'm looking at all these. Ah, this is so cool. John, you made it. My men, my group, my posse. All right, this is cool. John, is there anyone there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hey, John, I really enjoyed your comment about uh, was the kind of people, the people who live in igloos and the underwear that they wear. All right, so one day yeah, absolutely, we should. So, if people who are not John, Andy, and Phil are like, who's he talking with like that? So, John, Andy, and Phil, they are my guest appearers. They are the heck with that. The guest appearers. They're part of my team, and so every once in a while we get together and we react. They react to songs on my list, and I react to songs from their list. It goes both ways. John, the Motherland says hello. Hello, Motherland. The Motherland actually makes up a good percentage of my audience. If people will to just take a sneak peek at my analytics, please don't. I'm still not where I want to be with the channel, but it does show that the UK is a big part of my audience. Although the United States is actually creeping up. And then what after that? Italy has made great strides. It's because Måneskin. Thank God for Måneskin. Thank God actually that I really enjoy that band. Because if I really didn't enjoy that band, then I wouldn't be putting out those videos. It would have been like one or two, and that would have been it. But I'm drawn to that band. I actually need to get. In fact, it's been a couple of weeks since I last did Måneskin. So John is just typing away. All right, cool. Anyone else out there who's not John, Andy, or Phil, or Lisa? Say hi. And also, let me know when you connected with the channel. Was there a particular song, the particular reaction that you were like, wow, this is like an amazing channel. This is the best thing I've ever seen on YouTube. Or I'm not sure about this channel. There's something about it. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know, I'm just really curious too. I'm also really curious too, and how many people kind of like swirl around. They fly around a little bit, over the target a few times, and then they finally was it a few reactions, or was it over 2 months, and then you said, I'm going to jump in, or the first reaction you ever heard, boom, I'm subbing. I'm really curious about that. Yeah, I know. Phil, Wonderboy. Yeah, I do hope Wonderboy joins. The artist formerly known as Jesse Saywad. Happy New Year. Happy New Year back to you, brother. Yeah, so first time going live. Now I know how the Saturday Night Live people feel, huh? Not really, but uh, I'm still in the safety of my office and behind a computer screen, right? So, uh, but it is kind of weird though, knowing that like there's no filter, right? I mean, there's no editing that I got to do and stuff like that. This is just as I talk and I ramble. That's what's going on. Andrew Branch, right? A Certain Romance by Arctic Monkeys, man. Yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember, Andy, if that what number, in what order. That was not the first one that we did by Arctic Monkeys. It might have been the third. I don't think it's the second one. It might have been the third or fourth one. Arthur, Arthur, Happy New Year. Awesome. I'm so glad you joined. Um, Arthur has been like a long time. And Arthur, I always say long time. I mean, you have been around the channel and a consistent and steady patron, right? And viewer. Always making comments to almost every song reaction. So I do appreciate that. But Arthur, when did you start connecting to the channel? I'm just curious. Was it like right from the beginning? And we started in October of 2020, in late October of that year. I'm thinking, Arthur, that it might have been like March or April of 2020, of 2021, earlier this year, earlier last year, not 2022. Oh, I've been listening for a little. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. I know. Thank God for that, right? I do. I am very grateful for that. I mean, because I think it's just I'm wired that way. Although many, many, many years ago, when I was from like 12 to 18, I was the biggest Beatle and British invasion snob that you could ever meet. It started with the Beatles. And actually, well, because I guess my family realized that I liked music a lot when I was a kid. My grandmother on my mom's side would buy me Eddie Arnold and Merle Haggard albums. I'm like, I didn't know who these people were. And actually, I do like Merle Haggard, but that was in the later years when I was like, you know what, this guy's actually really good. But she was buying me all these crazy albums, and just one day, was it one night actually, 1972, 73 was shortly after Ed Sullivan died, and they were doing a tribute to him. And then all of a sudden they're like, and remember this group. And I just remember like stopping dead in my tracks, and they had the Beatles on and black and white, and these young guys, and the girls were going crazy screaming. And I was like, who are these guys? I'm like, I want to be them. I want to know them. And then about a week or two later, we're in Modell's, we're walking past the record in the record area, and I see the blue album. I see the blue album. And the side that had them like really young, I guess that's the EMI building. And I was like, that's the band. That's them. And I grabbed it. I ran over and I grabbed it. And I was like, oh man, I want to get this. And next, my parents, and I remember turning it over. And I was that's it. I was hooked. Seeing the transformation. These guys had long hair, beards, and all like that. And I was like, oh man, I got to get into the Beatles. And that was the start of it. And then it was just Beatles, 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 Beatles for like 5 years. There was nothing else. And then I let The Who in and Led Zeppelin in. And then it was New Wave in the 80s, right, Phil? That's what did it. I mean, WLIR and New Wave. It was like another British invasion in the 80s. So many great bands and great music. And as I'm becoming a teenager, a young man, I'm going out to the dance clubs. That's what I was drawn to. And so that's really, I guess, that's what really started the whole eclectic thing, just wide range. Yeah, Corvettes. You misspelled that, right? I don't remember Corvettes. I think it's Corvettes, right? Remember Woolworths? Yeah, there you go. Sorry, Phil, for correcting you. All right, so I don't know how many people. I guess it shows 10 people. That's what we have in here. That's cool. I'll take 10. It was really interesting yesterday when I was trying to get this off the ground, um, and it just it was crashed and burned. Uh, I then looked back at the analytics later on, and it showed during that hour I went from 60 views in between the 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time hour um, to 177 in the next one. So there were those folks who were like getting on to look at the videos, as they normally do, and then people jumping on, I think, to get into this chat. So I don't know. I'm hoping I get the same kind of a valiant effort, Greg. What I'm doing here right now? Oh yeah, yesterday the crash and burn. No, and that's the thing. And Andy and Phil, thank you so much for giving me tips and like that. I really appreciate it. You guys are really trying to help me out. It actually turned out that it wasn't me. I swear to you. I would tell you. I don't put an ass on like that. I really don't. It was something within the computer. So I'm actually using my son's computer for this. It's something with my other computer, and yeah. Lisa, is it true that one was either a Beatle or Rolling Stones fan, but not both? Not in this. I do see that a lot. Not in this case here. No, oh my God, I love the Rolling Stones. I don't love everything from I love almost everything by the Beatles. It doesn't mean that I love every single song. Like, everything is great by the Beatles. No. But I mean, there's only a select few that I don't really like from the Beatles. With the Rolling Stones, I love their early stuff. The psychedelic stuff was kind of cool. Jumpin' Jack Flash is one of my favorite songs. And then when Mick Taylor joined that band, oh man, go back, listen from like late 1969 through 73, 74. I think that was his range, like 4 or 5 years. Oh man, the stuff that they were putting out. He was an amazing blues guy, soloist. Oh, he was so good. And Ron Wood's good too. And some of the songs, Beast of Burden and stuff like that. I think that was Ron Wood, right? I don't know. But Ron Wood's good. But some of that stuff, like from 75 onward, was kind of hit and miss for me with the Rolling Stones. But yeah, no, I love both the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. See who else is on here. Lisa, when did you connect with Into the Music? I'm just curious. Was there that one particular reaction? Dean Jones. Hey, Dean, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining this chat. Hope to see some more Fontaines DC and Marcus King band on the channel soon. Yeah, Marcus King. What a voice. What goes with that voice, right, is that soul. I think I said it right on the reaction. He's lived life, man. In that voice, it shows that he's lived through some things. And he's tapping into wow. He's got that southern rock kind of, sound too, and of course his band, the music. But that voice, that's going to take him. Who's the other guy that's out there? What did he sing? Was it last year, a couple of years ago? He was a songwriter for a long time, and oh man, why am I forgetting his name? Something he sang about whiskey something, right? And then I Cry. I think there's another song. Who is he? Please, someone type his name. I think I put some breadcrumbs out there. You got to let me know who I'm talking about. But he's got an amazing voice too. And both of them remind me of Greg Allman. I think he was the father of the Southern rock blues voice. Stapleton. That's right. Chris Stapleton, right? Yeah. Thanks, Andy. All right. So let's see. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about 2022, and I don't know. People give me suggestions. Tell me what I'm doing wrong on the channel, um, and what you think I can do that might be better. And you can suggest this, but I'm just curious if people are going to start typing in, well, start doing more popular stuff and all like that. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's the thing. I'm trying to ride that line, right? I do want, I don't know. Every time I start thinking about going more popular, I'm like, then where's, it's not that I know everything popular, but what is popular? If it means popular today's pop music, I'm doing my best in my search to try to find new music today that just, um, I don't want to just I don't want to just grab any kind of pop song today, rock song, just react to it and like have 9, 10 reactions in a row that I just hate. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. So I am trying to have my senses heightened here, and something that sounds potentially, promising. That's the thing that I'm gonna just grab, put in my queue, and then I'm gonna listen to. I might have listened to it for the first 20, 30 seconds. Maybe just the name of the band, maybe just what I'm seeing in the chat, looks promising. And then I'm not listening to it at all until that first time on the channel. I'm also doing too, like based on what I've already reacted to and what I like. Spotify is giving me some suggestions too. Well, if you like that song, you're going to like this one. So yeah, so and there's some other things I have in place that allow me to kind of search out new music and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if it's pop, today's pop, I don't know. I mean, I don't gravitate a lot to that. There's so much music out there that's been out there for years that I have not yet put my ears to. And that stuff is exciting too. And also, I also get mad at myself. I'm like, it's been around for 50 years. Where the hell was I? What rock? And I'm just talking and talking. Let's see who else is on here. Robert Finn. Am I pronouncing that correctly? So I see the E at the end. I like the mix between new and old. Cool. Awesome. And Diane. Hi, Diane. And Robin and Diane, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining. Diane, a live group reaction, all four on women artists of the different decades would be great. Cool. Yeah, we could do that. Phil, Andy, John, what do you think? Great women artists. Well, you know what? That segues a little bit into one of the things I wanted to talk about for 2022. So I mentioned a few times Andy, John, and Phil, or Phil, John, and Andy, or John, Andy, Phil. So neither of those three guys are like, he said his name first. I was last. But they are part of my group now. And we've been talking about like 2022 and doing some group discussions, maybe top 20 best songs of this genre, top 20 of this band. Doesn't have to be top 22. It could just kind of getting into genres and bands, and just so much discussion can come out of so many different things. So we have some ideas that are flying around. So you're going to be seeing, so in other words, you're not in 2022, you're going to see more than just reactions. When Chris and I started into the music, I had in mind that we were going to do more than just reactions. Reactions was kind of the thing that sort of drew us to YouTube. Like, it's why we launched it. Like, it's what actually got both of us together to agree on, because we're best friends for like 30 years, really great friends for 30 years. And the fact that we could actually get together on this and agree, and then do 400 plus episodes. Think about it. We've done 400 plus episodes, Chris and I. That's a lot. It's a lot of minutes. And our episodes are not short, right? Because we, we do a little talking before the song, then the song reaction, and then the post discussion. And, we get into information about the band and the lyrics, especially now as I'm doing solos, I'm doing more just, get into the lyrics. I really want to really know, what are they singing about? What inspired them to write those lyrics, the lyrics and the song and the music and like that, and matches the whole thing. So anyway, but there's a lot of minutes that go into that. So it does a lot of time. But yeah, so we just got wrapped up in doing reactions, for the last year and a half. And there's still going to be reactions on this channel. Absolutely. First and foremost, really. But I think we're going to do some panel discussions, and I'm excited about that. And I'm talking, here we go. Let's see what people are writing here. Arthur, back to Stones. I saw the Stones in the early 90s, and one thing I remember was the backup singer on Monkey Man. I learned that the singer was Lisa Fischer from the movie 20 Feet from Stardom. Oh, wow. Okay. Lisa Fischer. I'm not ringing a bell. That's cool, Arthur. Thank you. It reminds me of what's that song from the Stones? What's the name of that song with that great singer? I actually have it on my list. I'm just drawing a blank. It might be because I'm nervous here on live. It's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Why is it not coming to my head? Someone type it in. Give me Shelter. And you call yourself a Stones fan. Hey, I'm admittedly a little nervous being live. So I'm just trying to think of everything. I also got to shut up. No. It's on one of your lists. And she actually does her own version of Gimme Shelter. I just forget her name. I could look for it right now, but then I'm afraid I'm going to mess this up. So I'm just going to keep still. John, how about a top 3 or 5 tracks of the month based on reactions and feedback of that particular month? That's cool. I like that. Even though this chat, I think, gets saved, right? After it's all said and done, but still. Also, some people have suggested a way to sort of know exactly how I feel about a song. Like some sort of rating, give it a, like 1 out of 5, that was a 5. Or maybe, I think Andy and Alex, they were doing some numbers, was crazy. There was a while they were like 8.75, 9.62 or something. I was like, how do you come to that? Now they're doing like just A's, B's, and C's. So I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to do what other people are doing. What I was thinking actually is, I was thinking about this last couple of days, is come up with because I always talk about, well, that will go on my playlist. That's on my playlist. That's on my top playlist. Do I have a top playlist? If I had a top playlist, it would be going, if I say this song's going on top playlist, like it means I'm going back to it. It's going to be on circular thing. But what I'm thinking about is maybe those songs that I absolutely say, this is it. This is fantastic. Holy crap. I have to go back to this again over and over and over. I create a playlist, and I make sure that I put that reaction or the video that I used to do the reaction. Maybe I put that one in and put that in that playlist so that people can always go to that playlist and see, okay, well, what made his top playlist? And it'll be selective, because even though there's a lot of stuff, more stuff that I react to, I like than not liking. It's, that song that makes that playlist is going to have to bring it, right? Bring the goods. What do you think about that idea? People put thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's see. As I'm talking, Phil, there's a fairly new female artist, Lapsley. Okay. Thanks, Phil. Let's see what else we doing here. Phil, yeah, I'd be up for that. Cool. John, yeah, I read that already. Boom. Mary Clayton. Yeah. Wow, powerful voice. So one of John, Phil, and Andy are going to be reacting to Mary's version of "Gimme Shelter." I think she recorded in 1970. Author is correct. ST as well. Lisa, I started watching reaction channels from Måneskin, through which I discovered more of their songs. But from there, I discovered and now appreciate other bands like GBF, and AM. Radio is mostly pop. Yeah, I don't listen to radio anymore. I mean, there's a station around here that I used to listen to a lot, and they call themselves progressive. But yeah, although on that, Phil, what is the name? I'm drawing blanks here in my memory. Phil, what is that band that you and I connected together with? You said it's one of your favorite bands. It's a recent band. Get Back to Water. It's not the name of the song, but it's that line in that song. I heard that band on that radio station. FUV. Diane, are you saying WFUV? John still has all the My Morning Jacket. Thanks, Phil. Now people sitting there going, "Does Greg have Alzheimer's? Is what's going on with him?" I think it's just actually being nervous on this live. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. That it makes your playlist, Phil. All right, cool. John, or perhaps a gold standard award to tracks you really like. Yeah, WFUV. Yeah, that was a station I gravitated to like in my 20s and 30s. Yeah. And why I don't listen to it now, I don't know. What happened actually too, so I got married I mean, life just went crazy all of a sudden in 20, in a good way. I was for 36 years. Yeah, 36 years of just, me, myself, I, me, mine, the George Harrison song. And then, yeah, I got engaged, got married, bought a house, and had kids in a 3-year span. So my head was spinning. And I don't know, all of a sudden the radio stations and this and that, all the stuff that I was doing and as a single person, gone. So music, even though I still kind of listen to music, and that's when the iPod, because then the iPod was coming out around that time. So I had burned all my stuff onto that. And then I was just, I was basically staying safe, right? With all the songs, everything that was sort of accumulated up until that time. And then the boys started getting a little bit older and they started liking music. And then they started listening to things that I'm like, they were gravitating to my music, but then from there, they were getting into their own stuff. My son, Sean, getting into Radiohead and so much other stuff. I mean, Sean listens to a lot of, if Sean lived in the 80s, he would definitely be gravitating to LIR. Absolutely. He loves Joy Division. Actually, someone brought him their album. I think they only put out the one album, right? And he's just playing that over and over and over the last couple of days. My son Ryan's into everything. Iron Maiden, he was huge into. So, like, with their discovering music right on their own, whoa, that juiced me up. Uriah Heep. I'm like, what is that? And so on and so forth. Yeah, Andrew. Damn, life happens fast. You said it, kid. That's what's gonna happen to you, Andy. I take it you're single right now, right? Or not? I don't know, but I'll check back with you, right? I think we'll be in touch now, right? Over the next couple of years, at least, hopefully, right? Friendship. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens next year or two. Andy right now is probably saying, nope, nope. I like my life. Arthur, WXRT in Chicago, introduced me to. So Arthur, it's funny when you connected with the channel. I just assumed that you were in the UK. I don't know why. I think maybe you're Arthur. Did you request? Was your first reaction an Arctic Monkey song? I don't know. I thought the first couple of songs that you requested were UK based. But then later on, you were making some sort of, I don't know. Then I started picking up there was Chicago this and Chicago that. Let's see. In the UK, BBC Radio 6 does a great job. This is John. When I was younger, it was mostly John Peel. Yeah, John Peel. That introduced new music to everyone. Is he the one that listens to Gentle? Yeah, Ryan listens to Gentle Giant. Ryan went through his progressive stage. He's still into progressive music. He just changes, and now he's listening to some, uh, today's music. That's I don't know. He goes all over the place. GR, GR. Yes. I'm trying. I'm trying to remember names. You actually gave me your name. Tell me your name again. You don't have to tell me your name on the chat, but I think I had asked you some months ago, and you did drop it. You should check out Six Music, Mark Riley or Steve Lamacq shows. Okay. Arthur, trip hop is popular in the UK and not so much in the US. It started there with Massive Attack and Portishead. Yeah. Yeah. I think our reaction to Teardrop, I wish that would have went better. I think we liked it. I think Chris liked it, but that's an amazing song. And then I reacted to Aurora's version, and that's something that really saddens me sometimes. I mean, uh, people love their bands and songs. They cherish them, right? Hold dear. It's like becomes personal. And someone does a cover version, and it's like, I guess the bar is raised so high, and I get it. But when we did Aurora's version of Teardrop, I saw a lot of comments in there, like, it doesn't come close and this and that. And she did that. It was like sort of on the spot, sort of, you got 30 minutes to prepare and do this on a radio show. And maybe I should have actually given more context. I thought we did talk about that, but maybe I should have given more context because I think her cover version of Teardrop from Massive Attack is amazing. It's still my favorite song from Aurora. Yeah, Andrew, you got it. All right. You're not giving up this life. No. GR, you shouldn't write. GR. Glenn. Glenn, I think I'm a little nervous still. So I'm trying to remember all the stuff here. Absolutely. Glenn, Happy New Year to you. Thank you. I like the trip hop too. Yeah, I haven't done much trip hop. Done some. There's actually, I think I had some rap songs on John's list. John, right? I think I have a couple that you sort of claimed and said I want those. While I'm just thinking about it, Kofi. I'm not gonna get on. I'm not gonna get on here and try to promote it so I can get a lot of money. That's not it. Think about Kofi. I just want to say it is there, and it's available for anyone who wants me to react to a song like no doubt about it. Like, here's my song request, and then I am obligated to react. I'm not obligated to love it, like it. I give every song a fair chance. I really do. And it takes a lot, really, for me not to like something. If I don't like something, I think Arthur and some of the folks on here who have actually gone through Ko-fi and requested, they will say that I'm pretty fair. It may be, it's not my cup of tea. I try to pick out something. I don't even try. I mean, I am listening, right? So I may not like the whole song, but that bass was so good. That guitar, what was that? Is that a synthesizer? Was it Mellotron they were doing? What is that? So, and all that. But Ko-fi guarantees that I'm going to react to your song request, because there are a lot of songs that are being dropped on the Into Music song threads, reaction threads, and that's cool. And from those comments, I'm definitely influenced. And if I have some time, I'm grabbing them and boom, but you have to understand too, I have my own song list that I'm giving out to the three guys, John, Andy, and Phil. And I've also been sort of digging into YouTube and Spotify and things that are just kind of like, oh my God, boom, in my queue. I'm going to react to those songs for the first time. Again, I might have listened to it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Some I didn't, just grab them for a feel. So it's really hard to kind of squeeze in songs. It just really is. That's been in the compass, the direction of the channel, and something that it's a direction I still want to go in. But that said, I do recognize and appreciate the audience. And yeah, so Ko-fi really affords everyone that opportunity to have that song reacted to. So there is money involved. What people have not taken me up on is, and it's stated clearly in Ko-fi, that you have the opportunity to record yourself. Give me a 1-minute video around that. Tell me why you love that song. Like, I would love to actually have you, the listener, to be part of that reaction instead of just giving a name, So this song comes from Arthur. Arthur, thank you so much, and why not? Like, if it's sort of, if it's short, sort of, hi, I'm Arthur. And I love the song because boom, I would love to incorporate that into my reaction, and that'll be on the front side, right? So as I introduce myself and say, hey, welcome to another episode of Into the Music, and this guy, then I want to mention you and actually have you pop up. No one has taken me up on that offer. I've gotten Ko-fi requests for the last couple of months, but no one has. So, and if you don't want to be on camera, then in the comments box, when you make your request in Ko-fi, then tell me why you like the song, yeah, what's the connection? I want to sort of tell that story. I want to make you part of the reactions. So think about that. And yeah, if you're sitting, what's Ko-fi? Go in the About tab, and there's a little Ko-fi logo. Click on that, and the world of Ko-fi and requests. And did I drive everyone out? No, there's still 12 people in here. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, cool. Andy. Yeah, hip hop and rap songs. Awesome. The Roots in Jurassic 5. Oh yeah, Mark Riley. Absolutely. The Fall. That's a shame because I really like that band. That was a band that I was getting into. I don't think anyone requested The Fall. It was something that I discovered. I discovered The Fall. But yeah, I got into, what was the first one that I gave? Totally Wired. I gave that to Chris. I thought he was going to like it. Again, at the end of the day, we're going to like and not like what we, listen to. But he surprised me with that. He was really hung up on the vocals. I thought the drive and the energy of that music of the band, um, and also like his voice is so unique, and the cadence, how he was delivering that, totally wild. I was absolutely drawn to that. So I have some fall songs that I don't know if they're on any of the song lists for Andy, John, and Phil, but there's I think so. I think it's like one or two. So I really want to get into more the fall. I think Mark E. Smith. Oh, also Cardiacs. That's another one too. Cardiacs, and trying to remember his name. Basically, sort of the genius of that band. That band, yeah. I just scratched the surface on with a couple of songs, and I have more of those. Actually, those are for me because there are like 5 or 6 more songs from them that I have in my queue that I've listened to, and maybe like again the first 30 seconds or so, and I just there's something about that band. Hilarious story Mark Riley tells about how he got into a fight with Mark E. Smith for dancing to a Rainbow song. He was sacked from the band the next day. Hey, cool. Someone else just joined, I think. Welcome, welcome. I've got a couple. Okay. Phil, you wrote Jose Gonzalez's version of Teardrop is amazing. Oh, cool. All right. I'm just reading here. Arthur, I'm just reading your comment about Tricky. Okay, I've never heard of that band. Yeah, bring it on. John Taskmaster, The Fall. Can't stop listening to Country on the Click. Great album. Yeah. There's one song from the maybe I'll bump that up. There's one song from them. I don't think I gave it to any of you guys. I'll do it on my own. And I'll identify it as one that I've listened to like beginning to end. It's just amazing. What's the song, Greg? I forget the title of it. If you haven't like learned about me and song titles, you should check out some of the past reactions. Tricky was a founding member of Massive Attack. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've actually come across some of his stuff when diving into new music search. Thanks, Arthur. Andrew, feel free to interact with comments or suggestions, folks. We love to hear. Yeah. If you're just like flies on the wall, that's pretty cool. I've been like that almost my whole entire life. Sort of breaking out the last few years. I mean, I wasn't even doing anything like this on a camera 3 years ago. No. And then it was when I was kind of thrust into the world of looking for another job after how many years being employed, and I had to jump on. In order to get the interview, I had to actually do this, kind of get on camera and answer questions, and that was the toughest thing for me. It was like that goes down as one of the toughest things in my life, just to get through that. Just being on camera, just sitting here talking, looking at, that was just the most foreign thing to me ever. And it's funny because my previous job, I was, always on WebEx phone calls and meetings, but we never went on camera. Nobody went on camera. And that changed 3 years ago. That just changed. And so I don't know, just from there, it just snowballed into here I am. Let's see, Robert Finn. I was brought here by the Manchester Orchestra Reactions. So you have Robert. Thank Andy. That's Andy's doing. I never would have heard that band. Heard it. Well, I guess at some point down the road, somebody would have said, "Hey, Manchester Orchestra," but um, that's Andy's doing. Oh, and Andrew, Robert, my guy, awesome. Great to see guys my age finding bands like them. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the great thing about this channel, right? Because um, you know, my wheelhouse, even though like I do thank everyone for noticing sort of the eclectic uh, feel of the channel, absolutely, and my taste. But there's a wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is the UK stuff. There's just something about UK music coming out of that country. It's crazy. It really is. I mean, it started in the 60s with me and straight through the 70s, the 80s with the new wave, the 90s, Oasis and Stone Roses and just Charlatans. And I mean, just go straight through. It's always been, there's something, I, I'm a sucker for melody. So songs that are melodic. And I think that, UK babies are just, they're born just with melody, it's just flowing through your veins, right, John? And it comes out, years later, I don't know, there's just something about it. So, Robert, haha, I drove 8 hours to see Man in Birmingham. That's cool. All right, Andy and Robert, making best friends here. Let's see. Lisa, have you thought about finding another partner in crime to do reactions after Chris leaving? I just wonder if it can get boring after a while. Solo journey. So, Lisa, check out the last 3 weeks or so. I've been reacting with, I mentioned Andrew Branch. So, if you look in the chat here, Andrew Branch, John Taskmaster, and Phil Perini. So, those 3 guys I've reacted with. They were they are into the music viewers and patrons of Kofi. And when Chris left, I was thinking, well, how can I sort of jazz this up a bit, and get back to some of like what Chris and I had, with just kind of interacting with someone. And so the idea was, and even Phil actually had the same idea too. And I was thinking it, reaching out to folks out there into the music land and seeing who would interact with me. And so through that, it's Phil, Andy, and John. And so it's not every song, but schedule, their schedules and my schedule permitting, we find time to get together. I see, and Andy and Robert having a conversation there. That's cool. Elbow's cool. And I'll say it right now. Mirror Ball is my favorite song from Elbow. I know it from top to bottom. Maybe I'll react to that one. I don't have to react to songs, all songs. It's like, I don't know it. I can know it, right? Why not? I mean, there are songs that I've known for years and then I listen to, and I'm just like, that guitar was, I don't think I actually really ever heard that. Why am I only listening to it now in that way? I don't know. It's just, it never gets old. With the Beatles now, with Let It Be, the Get Back movie, and I'm listening to that album. Was not one of my favorite albums, but I'm sort of listening to it with a different ear. It never gets old. Okay. Yeah, Robin, what was your reaction? Right? You're like, holy crap! Isn't that great? That's a great song. Who's the lead singer for that band? Oh, what was his name? What's his name? Help me out. His voice is just dripping with emotion in that song. So good. Guy Gobby, yeah. Thank you, Glenn. I am Clute. I am Clute. I am Clute. I think actually someone has mentioned that before. It might have been you, Glenn. Guy Garvey, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I just finished, John. I just finished to Get Back. I had to rewatch the first episode because there was so much. That first episode set everything up, right? There was so much, and there was so much heaviness in that first one. They were not happy. They were not happy campers being in that studio. It wasn't even a studio. It was right. It was for films, and they were thrown into that god awful place. They hated it. They would adjusting to the cameras being on them all the time, and you could just feel that tension. Also George left. I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean, everyone should know what happened by now, but I won't go there that much. But just to say that um, those 8 or 9 hours, that's just wow. As a Beatle fan, it was a drug. Holy crap. Oh, really? Guy Garvey does some vocals on Massive Attack. Thanks, Robert. I didn't know that. The first time I heard Great Expectations, I thought it was a lost Peter Gabriel Genesis track, Fell in Love. Okay, so we have 10 people in the chat. Well, I've been on almost an hour. I'll stay for like another 10 minutes. I know people have lives here. I didn't know like a good time. Yesterday I chose 5 o'clock, and I thought that might be good on a Saturday night. I think people are working tomorrow, right? So I thought 5 o'clock UK time. That's at what, 9 o'clock? People, John, I think is getting ready for bedtime, putting on his sash. Roadhawk 69, Roadhawks. Thank you. Oh my God, that song is so good. That song was so good. that's again, that's a reason why I'm doing this channel, because of Budgie. I knew there was a Budgie out there. No, but I mean, you know how many Budgies I've listened to over the last year? And just what a revelation. Holy crap. Oh my God, yeah. I love that. And it's funny because again, my sons who are 17, I have twin sons, like they're both, yeah, absolutely. They're identical twin sons. 17 years old, last year of high school, getting ready for college. So that's been a hoop. No, I mean they're great kids. They're just trying to get them situated and on the path, and that takes a lot of attention away, stuff like that. I haven't done any reactions really, right, over the last week. But yeah, I'm like a squirrel here. Squirrel. But yeah, no, Budgie. I mean, that is the DNA of this channel. It really is. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not on here to be a YouTube personality, yo, 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 and smash the like button and all like that. I probably should do that. I mean, because it's so funny. I'll drop a reaction, and I'll get comments in the beginning saying, "Great, this is great, this is great," and I look at the likes, and I'm like, I don't see the likes going up with the comments. Folks, I like the likes. There are numbers involved here, and sometimes I get sort of melancholy and go, is this all worth it? Because I do put a lot of time and effort into this. And when I see the likes, I see the views, it seems like certain people just kind of go into the reaction. They listen to the first 3 minutes of the song or something, or they might even just go right to, do I like it or not? And then they're out. But stay in there, check it out. Some good discussion, I think. And if you like it, yeah, hit the like button. But that said, That's not what I'm about, you know? Some guys will go, 2 minutes into the whole shtick and all like that, and yeah, it's about the music. Greg, my updated song suggestion list will be emailed to you today. That actually got me a little nervous there, Andy. Yeah, back with another bang. Another banger, banger. I should do special effects, right? That slam and have like explosions, fire on the screen. I could do that. All right, put in the comments. I'll do a poll on the community tab. Who wants to see fire explosion effects? Phil, so many times I hear a song and think I have to add it to the list, then I forget a day later. Yeah. It's always about the music, always capital letters. Andrew. Davey 504 with gray hair. All right, so I think we're dwindling down in numbers. I'm going to give it another 4. I'll take this out to 12 o'clock. Well, maybe I'll just I want to get into more metal. I have a list of metal songs. Anybody into metal? It's a genre that I don't know. I've struggled to grab to, there's certain songs. I have some ideas. I don't want to, if I say something, then I'm making a blanket statement about metal. I have ideas why I don't gravitate to it, but again, there are exceptions. But and that's the thing. That's why I want to embrace metal a little bit more. My sons are into metal now. Again, they're into everything, and songs that I never would have, even sniffed at. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? What is that? So, I think I'm always evolving, right? My musical taste, which is cool, right? I don't want to be stuck. Again, that's why another reason why I'm doing this channel. What did you like in high school? That could go to anyone. I'm going to answer and say, by that time, because I was a Beatles snob for how many years? And then at that point, high school, it was classic rock. It was like everything that was British. It just seemed like, I was totally into the 60s music. So anything from the 60s and the early 70s, that was me. And then after high school, then came the new wave, the post-punk era, and all that came with that. Echo and the Bunnymen and The Cure, and just right down the line. U2. I became a huge U2 fan. I still love the band. I think they got a little bit grandiose and stuff like that in later years, but yeah, U2 were actually my Beatles. From my like as a young man, that was my new Beatles. U2. Lisa, did you react to Pump It from Eskimo? No. Pump It. Call boy. Okay, I wrote that down. I'll try to get to that. Again, not trying to sell Kofi on everyone, but again, Kofi is a way to guarantee song reactions. Same here. Grew up on Stax and Motown, then prog, and then new wave. Yeah, right. So you were constantly shifting and moving, right? But it didn't mean that you kind of left Motown when you went to prog, and then you didn't leave prog, and right? It's kind of like, okay, that's in my DNA, and now I gravitate to this. Yeah, it's just really interesting how I just circle back to things. I go back to stuff later on. 10 Years After. That's a band that I really liked a lot many years ago. And then as I started kind of getting into this sort of, diving into music again, right before this channel, 10 Years After, I rediscovered them. Oh my God, that's just a great band. I've done a couple of reactions. It's just that they don't get a lot of views, which just drives me crazy. I saw U2 in 1987 with Lone Justice, Lou Reed, and the Pogues. Wow. And you remember that concert, huh, John? I guess you were the designated driver for that one? Yeah, Arthur Nightwish. I don't know. I don't know about that band. I have heard her. She has an amazing voice. Um, the thing is, I've experienced certain artists and bands. I react to them, and they have a huge following. And then I almost feel like I'm obligated to like listen again and again. I don't know how. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I do Nightwish, it's going to be another one of those bands where I'm going to get such a bump in viewership, and then it's going to be do this one, do that one, become the Nightwish fan club channel. I've gotten that with some artists and bands already, and so yeah, I don't know. Arthur, what is that first Nightwish song that you think that I really should listen to, that I should react to? Let me know, and you can let me know through here. Doesn't have to be through Kofi. I think Ghost, right? There's a song Ghost or something like that. I mean, Thamesmen basically just blew up, Thamesmen actually, those guys really started from viewing my channel and then started their own channel, and they were kind of doing it brick by brick like I am. And then they went to Nightwish. They did Nightwish one day, and just it was incredible how just their viewership and everything just exploded. So, and I saw it. I don't know. Convince me to do it. Phil. Yeah. Ugh. Maybe we need to be open. Ugh. Phil, you're too much, man. And I mean that with all respect. I know, bump up my numbers. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Måneskin, thank God for Måneskin, because I really like that band. So, I mean, I'd probably make life easier for myself if I just did mostly Måneskin songs with a little bit of other stuff sprinkled in. I don't know. Where's the fun of that? Because the viewership goes up, and I get the views, and I get subs and this and that, and but then I don't know. It becomes the Måneskin, and again, it's a great band. But see, that's the thing. I want to enjoy the music. I don't want to just do it because I feel so. Because then I'm like, maybe I'm not. I'm putting myself at risk of not being honest. I don't know. I want to like the band. I want to really enjoy. I want to go down this road, and I'm doing that with Måneskin, and I did that with Aurora, and I'm still going to do it. I mean, I think she's a phenomenal artist, phenomenal, amazing voice. I don't love every song. I think I liked almost everything. I don't love every song of hers, but she's been fun too. When I do Aurora song, the numbers go up. Arctic Monkeys, Radiohead, Stone Roses. And I like all them, so it's fun for me, right? Lisa, yeah, absolutely. And it was Chris. I actually had seen in my sort of dive in YouTube, I had come across them I didn't think Chris was going to really was going to. I just thought it might have been a hassle, so I didn't go there with him. He went there. He found a song and he showed me, and from there it was like, yeah, start of a beautiful relationship with Monoskin. I mean, they have the world at their fingertips, huh? Lisa. I mean, they're young, they're beautiful, they're sexy, they're smart, they're intelligent. I mean, um, they have a way of handling the press. Just all that pressure. Um, that comes with the fame, and they seem to be handling it well. I hope so. You know, it crushes a lot of people. That crushes a lot of people, artists who are no longer around. And I wish them the best. Grant, you're a new name in here. Grant, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining this chat. Grant, would love to see some early The Verb. Anything yeah. So Urban Hymns was the one and only album that I got. No, actually I got another one from a friend of mine. One of the ones before that one. But it was really Urban Hymns that got me into The Verb. That's an amazing album. But I think I've done a couple songs now that were pre-Urban Hymns. Richard Ashcroft, right? That's his name. What a voice. What a voice. Yeah, but Lisa, I think they do well enough in speaking English. And they don't even have to. I mean, I'm listening to songs in Italian, right? I think there's maybe one or two that I reacted to where I used the lyric version, but there's a lot of most of the other songs I reacted to, I'm just listening to Italian, right? I don't know what they're saying, so it didn't matter because the music is so good. And is it Damiano? Oh, what's the lead singer's name? I know Thomas is the guitarist. Ethan is the drummer. Oh, it's not Valerie, right? Who's the bass player? Is it Damiano? Who's the lead singer? I mean, just his emotion, that's interesting enough with the music, And I'm like, yeah, I'll just figure out the lyrics later on. And it's worked. Oh yeah, Dove's song, Doves. Yeah, I think I have a Dove song actually in my queue that I'm going to react to on my own. Don't ask me the song name. Oh, I'm so excited. I was doing a lot of stuff last night. And after this, I'm going to react to more stuff. Some stuff that's coming up the pike. I'm excited. It's going to translate into 70 views over 2 weeks, but oh well. At least I'm going to be excited about it. All right. Everyone, get the word out. Open up the windows, do that needs a Scrooge kind of just shout out or network, Albert Finney's character. Just shout out from the rooftops, from the windows, into the music. Check it out. Yeah, Damiana, Victoria, not Valerie. Yes. Oh, her bass playing. Man, she's good. Damn, she has to have long fingers. And she's just the way she just absolutely handles the bass strings. She gets what she gets out of that. It's really good. Oh, Robert, yeah, Natalia. Yeah, she's gorgeous, right? She's still putting out music, right? Wasn't she like some years back? I don't mean like the 70s or 80s. I mean like the early 2000s. Didn't she have a couple of hits that were amazing? Yeah. John Taskmaster. French hip hop is great. I'll pick up one word. 10. Yeah. I've got some French hip hop. It's on one of your lists, maybe a couple. John, I have a thing for female bass players. But do they have a thing for you? I just found her last year in Tiny Desk concert. M83 is another French band. Yeah, yeah. I have a French band. Of course, I'm racking my brain now. What's the name of the band? They're three. It's a three-piece band. It's two guys and a girl, a woman. Why am I drawing a blank on the band? I should actually see if I can. I don't want to waste people's time. No, Stereo Lab. Chris and I did one some months ago. Stereo Lab. Go check that out. I like that song a lot. I have 14 people here now. 13. If you're like lurking and you haven't said hello yet, please say hello. I'd like to wish you a happy new year. I really hope 2022 is an amazing year. I mean, okay, I guess I'll shoot for good. I mean, personally speaking, for me, 2021, there were some really amazing moments. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm feeling the crush like everyone else is, I think, out there with COVID and everything else that's connected to that and other stuff. Um, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like 2022. I just feel like this is going to be a year of turnaround for many people. Yeah, I, I just maybe I'm the eternal optimist. Um, Biffy Clyro, Grant, Grant. If I didn't say Happy New Year to you already, Happy New Year. Unlucky 13. Yeah. Oh, Andy, really? Actually, I had I was talking about your school, that school with my sons. That's a tough school to get into, and that's another thing too. They're going to start school. They're going to start college in fall of next year. I don't want this crap. I want them to experience college the way they should. The university campus. Dorms. Drinking to all God late hours of the night. you know No, not that. But you know what? They should experience life, campus life, college life. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to mention the school. So yeah, Johns Hopkins. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, my sons have to bring the goods with that. They actually their GPA and the SAT scores and all that. Yeah, I'm really proud of them. Um, the schools that they're actually applying to, and my one son already got accepted to one school already. Yeah, so couldn't be more proud of. All right, so I see 13 people. I don't know. Should I continue? People want to chat a little bit more, or you guys want to get out of here? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Unlucky 13 from Grant. Unlucky 13. What else did Grant write? Billy Claro. Grant, if you're still around, you may want to check out my Kofi site, and Lisa too. Check it out, and yeah, guaranteed reactions, and you have an opportunity to actually be part of my reactions. Billy opened up for Manchester Orchestra years ago. Ah, cool. So, like, Andy, would it be safe to say that Manchester Orchestra is like your Beatles? I mean, is like my Beatles? That's the band for you, right? That is the band. If they're showing up in Baltimore or anywhere close, you're going, right? Mamma Mia is a lot of work. Yeah. So I shouldn't stop the channel, right? I should. So it's a good thing that I kept the channel going after Chris. Um, it's funny. Some people when like, what happened to Chris? What happened? Chris doesn't look happy. There was, I think there was the episode where we were telling everyone we were taking a break. I think they actually someone commented that I looked really sad. I was, I was, didn't want. It was like the Beatles parade. Get over yourself, Greg. No, I know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, again, 400 videos. I said that to Chris. Like, do you realize that's a lot? I'm shocked that I actually got that much content out of him. Um, I mean, not really for anything, particular. Just, you know, I don't know. Don't they say don't go into business with family and friends? And yet, Chris and I, this was like a business. And we had a plan, and we circled back every week, and we were doing reactions and it worked for a while. But um, when it starts to become a chore, yeah, you know, don't want that. And so, no, Chris and I are still friends. Absolutely. In fact, I should actually text him right now and let him know that we're live. Live on YouTube right now. He loves. I bet you he's somewhere eating breakfast right now. Let's see what he says. Screw you! I told you never text me again. That's another thing too. I crack myself up. I don't know. I have to. When you're doing this, you look at a camera. It's like otherwise, like, hi, welcome to Internet Music. Yeah, his ears are burning. Lisa, you know why? Because Buddy's reactions work really well. We would get so many comments about our camaraderie, and there was one person who said it's like I'm watching a private conversation. Like as though maybe I shouldn't really be watching. I shouldn't be because Chris and I would sometimes really get not heated, but we didn't pull punches. And if it ever felt uncomfortable um, for me or him or whatever like that, imagine what the viewer is kind of feeling. And so like we showed it all. And I think that's what drew a lot of people. Lisa, I personally think 4 people are too many. Audio sometimes get messy, but 2 people is perfect. But I understand about schedule. Yeah, no, I mean, so the 4 people, we did that holiday thing. That was something fun. But the reaction is always going to be either me solo or it's going to be just one other person. Although I'm definitely into, and I think the other 3 too, we're going to do some panel discussions this year. Maybe something as soon as maybe later this month. I think there's an audience for that. I mean, there's some channels out there that I gravitate to where people get on and they talk music, and but we'll also make sure that we're not just getting on and not having any kind of plan or what we want to talk about. We'll sort of have a direction. Oh, Belle and Sebastian. Yeah. What was that song? Dylan, something Dylan. That's a great song. Oh, Me and the Major. Holy crap. That's such a great song. I should react to that too. Just one that, hey, I know this one, but I love it. I should put that in the queue. Me and the Major. That's so good. Raise your hands who know that one. Phil, that's why I love you, man. I mean, there's so many bands and artists that you and I, um, you know, have gravitated to connect with. Mark Lanigan, yes, yes. Mark Lanigan there's a couple songs that he did about 10, 12 years ago. Um, they're on the list for John and Andy and Phil. One of those guys, or one or more of those guys, have Mark Lanigan songs that they're going to react to for me. Yeah, he was in the Screaming Trees, right? They had that big hit in the 90s. I mean, and his voice was so good back then, but how it's evolved. One of the great voices actually around. Arthur, thank you. Be well. Absolutely. Echo what Andrew said. I think I'm going to wrap this up too. B&S, Boy with the Arab Strap. B&S is the band, John? Boy with Arrow Strap. All right. I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you. Just reading what GR wrote, Glenn. All right, guys and women, folks, thank you so much. Thank you. My first live version. You made this so much easier for me, less angst, fun, and hopeful. Really hopeful, that 2022 is going to be great. Great year for Into the Music. I can't wait. I mean, I've already started. Like I said, I've been getting to a lot of reactions and stuff. So you'll see them rolling out this week and onward. And so everyone, be safe, be happy, take care of yourselves, be loved, and love back. And I'll see everyone, see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music. Take care, everyone.